Hey agents, Evan here. If you haven't been inundated with questions already, you've probably heard it on the news. LLPA changes affecting borrowers' ability to buy, or loan level pricing adjustments affecting buyers' interest rates. Now, depending on your news source, it could be the best thing since sliced bread or the worst thing since we've had 4 horsemen apocalypse and all that good stuff. Reality, it's somewhere in between. But now for a lot of us, we work with military buyers. How does it affect them? Well, right up front, we're going to attack the question on the VA loan that we've been asked quite a bit lately. For the VA loan, we're seeing no pricing changes. Big benefit. In fact, if you get that call from Johnny and Johnny says, hey, I don't think I want to buy it this next PCS because I'm afraid of these LLPA changes, you can tell him, Johnny, you plan on using the VA loan or the conventional? Well, VA. Good news is, Johnny, we don't have the funding fee, those same fees applied. And in fact, we've seen the VA funding fee get reduced last month, giving us a little more wiggle room to go get a home. Let's go win. Big plus. But reality is a lot of us still deal with conventional loans, be that they're military, they've used up their entitlement, or in some cases a conventional loan still edges out the VA loan. And then we just have a lot of civilian buyers that need to use conventional loans. So let's talk a little bit on those LLPA changes. We went ahead and printed off the old LLPA changes and the new LLPA changes and compared them. And first, what the heck is an LLPA change? Fannie and Freddie are the big buyers of most conventional loans. So the key there is they set a matrix that now just has essentially hundreds of little cells, primarily based on loan value and credit score. Some other factors too, second home, vacation, all that, but mainly we're looking at loan value and credit score. And then they apply certain charges based on how much they're putting down and where they're at on the credit spectrum. I made us a nice Evan version of that matrix so it's a little easier to understand. So essentially credit score on a vertical column is how they have it. And then they have loan value, or think inversely as down payment, on the horizontal column. Now, the key is folks are saying that higher credit scores are getting worse deals than lower credit scores. When they are within the same loan level bracket, putting the same money down, that is not the case. Higher credit scores are still getting better rates, meaning a lower fee charged by Fannie Freddie, meaning a lower rate if they have a higher score than if they have a lower score. Now, amongst the brackets, that changes a little bit. So when you're putting 15%, but if you're putting 15% down, higher scores are still getting a better deal than a 15% down lower score. But when you play with that combination, there are some scenarios, and they've been there before, where you might not be getting as good of a rate if you're putting more or less down. So you just got to pay attention to that. But the main deal is, if they are putting in the same bracket, they are getting, if they have a higher credit score, a better deal than a lower credit score. Hopefully that changes up and demystifies that a little bit. So if someone's asking you can say, hey, better scores are still getting the better deal if all things are equal in their loan value. But there are some things where if it's a different loan value, bigger versus lower, there could be some changes. Let's go have a talk with the lender. But good news is, if we're using the VA loan, we don't have to worry about anything at all. Pricing's actually gotten a little bit better over the last month because those VA funding fees have been reduced for us. Big plus. So hopefully this helps demystify that a bit, gets you out there to help win more deals. Our goal is always to help our agents win, close, and list. Hopefully this makes that happen for you. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.